Okay, just let everybody know that we're still making videos here. The Alaska video series will continue here shortly. We were working on the Haines, Alaska video and doing the editing when Hurricane Milton started coming through. So we bugged out. I know we were chickens. We bugged out and got out of coastal Florida and headed to Mississippi. So that kind of threw our schedule off a little bit, to say the least. But anyway, we're still here. We're just going to make, here's the Haines video coming up. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks.
We have left Valdez and we are heading to Haines, Alaska. We are going to go to Tok today for sure. We may cross into the Canadian border today, and then the plan is tomorrow to cross into Haines Junction, I think it is, Haines something. It's the Alaskan border. So you have to cross into Canada and then drive and then cross back into Alaska. So we have 2 border crossings to do. And then we'll get to Haines the next day. We're just taking our time. We left the day early from Valdez because it was supposed to rain today. Of course it's sunny, but it is going to rain tonight. But anyways, that's where our next stop is. We just stopped in Tok, T-O-K, Alaska, and get gas. I think it's a Shell. Yeah, it's a Shell, but there's also a Three Bears Alaska outpost. And if you go inside, it has pew-pews and fishing gear in there, along with a little snacks and stuff like that, like any gas station would have. And across the street is Fast Eddie's restaurant. I think we may stop there and get a bite and go ahead and go to the Canadian border yet tonight.
This is where we stopped to eat at on the way, and it was really good.
And fast.
And very fast. A lot of bees.
What'd you have?
I had a hamburger, fries, and a shake.
Yep, and I had a strawberry shake, and it was really good.
With a chicken sandwich.
With a chicken teriyaki. Yeah.
The road from Tok to the Canadian border is about the worst we've ever seen on the Alaskan highway.
It's definitely the worst. I
We're
mean,
going 25 miles an hour in a lot of places.
If you can see, they paved places, but even where they paved it, there's holes. And then you'll go to a part that has no paving at all, and it's actually smoother than where some of the spots that are paved. But just be aware, from the Canadian border to Tok is the worst part of the Alaskan highway that we have experienced, all the way up and all the way around Alaska. Well, while we're driving, we thought we would talk to you about our camper, the Coachman Apex Nano that Jim and I have. I like it. Do you like it?
Yeah, it's been a great camper.
It's been a fantastic camper. The solar on it is fantastic. We can boondock, dry camp, wherever we want to. We never have a problem getting into any campsite. State, national parks, regular campgrounds, or even boondocking spots.
No, it's been good.
Yeah, and we have modified it. I disagree with the right size, but
for those things.
But for those things, it's the perfect size. So we really, really like it. I have nothing negative really to say about the Apex Nano. The only thing that we wish that it was maybe a little bit longer and a little bit wider. And that has downsides, because then it's not as easy to get into state parks or national parks, especially in national parks, because most of the Florida parks, as long as you're under 30 feet or around 30 feet, you can still get in without much problems. But it would be nice if it was just a little longer, a little wider, and had a little bit bigger gray tank. Those would be my request. And the only reason why we say that it would be nicer if it was just a little bit longer is it's perfect if you're just like on weekend camping or going for a week here to a state park or a week there to a state park when you're in Florida. But when you're living in it for 4 months straight, it does get a little tighter But I think the worst thing is when we both got sick. So when we both had the virus, that's when we noticed that we could really use a bigger camper. Just because when we were both sick, there was no way for us to get away from each other the way that camper is designed. That is really the only negative thing. But everything else, we love her. She travels really good. We're not disappointed in it at all.
No.
So some people have been asking, you know, how's our Nano doing? She's been doing great. Wouldn't you say?
Yes.
I mean, you have the normal things when you go to Alaska. You blow a tire here and there. You know.
Leaf spring.
Yeah, we lost one leaf spring so far. But I mean, some of the roads are just horrible.
Yeah.
And really, none of those happened in Alaska. The leaf spring happened in North Dakota, and the tire happened in Jasper. So, and then the other tire on the big truck happened in Canada, up in the Dempster Highway. And we were smart enough not to take the RV up there. But yeah, it's just been fantastic. So we have no regrets bringing it here to Alaska. Keep going. That's the U.S. border crossing. But we're going up to the Canadian border crossing. Bye-bye, U.S. Our Freedom Stick paperwork has expired.
In a quarter mile, continue on to Alaska Highway, Yukon 1 East.
Do that, take care of that here too. We just had a, what was it, Airstream pass us with a sign that said, check your sewer. And Jim looked out the back and our sewer hose cap had come off.
They had written it on that piece of paper and stuck it to the window as he drove by.
Yeah. So we pulled over and he pushed the hose back in and put the cap on. Sometimes the cap doesn't get aligned properly. But honestly, we have drove 7 hours and it finally popped off. So, but the road was so rough. That was super easy border crossing.
Yes.
And as far as the Freedom Stick, if your form expires, because it lasts 60 days right now in Canada, if it expires, they use the same one as long as there's 2 more lines and they can use. The next line, they'll fill it out and then charge you an additional $25. If yours doesn't expire, it's just that one time and you use the same form.
Right.
So, but we didn't know that. We printed a second form. We knew we would have to pay $25 again because we're going to have to cross into Canada again after we leave Sagway, but it won't cost us anything, and all we have to do is show the form. And she put the receipt right on the form with the all the information. So we're good to go. They were super nice. Both of them were nice.
Yeah.
They only asked us the same questions we got asked before. Do you have any firearms? Yes. Do you have any other ones besides it? Are the weapon and the ammo stored together? No. Do you have any alcohol? We have 3 bottles of wine. No problem. And then the other was, do we have any safety weapons like switchblade,
personal protection? Yeah,
mace. I said I have a can of black bear. He goes, well, that's good. Or bear spray. He goes, well, that's good.
Yeah.
But that was it. Oh, and tobacco. And then did we have over $10,000 of cash? And was there anything such as merchandise that we planned on selling in Canada?
Leaving there.
And leaving there, and we're like, no. So, but they were super nice. It was the same questions. Nothing about fruit, nothing about meat.
Yeah, eggs.
Eggs, none of that was asked any of the times that we've went through so far. So we're going to find a spot to stop tonight. We stopped at the rest area that's only 1 kilometer down the road, if that. But it has restrooms and stuff, and it's going to be really busy because it's right up against where the border crossing is. So we're going to go down and find another spot. The road is so rough in Yukon that the motorcycle in front of us, his backpack storage unit just popped open and all of his gear flew all over the road. So Jim's out helping pick up the parts and pieces. Like a sleeping bag and goggles and a bunch of other stuff flew off. A lot of bugs. We are on Haines Road and we're getting ready to come to the Canadian-U.S. border. We got to cross back over into the U.S. Alaska. That's the Canadian side. It's open 8 to something. And
Midnight.
It's midnight, but that's British Columbia time. And then when you cross over to the Haines part into Alaska, that's Alaska time. So there's a 2-hour difference between the two time zones. Welcome to the United States. But we haven't officially really crossed.
In 400 meters, continue onto Haines Road.
And we'll stop here until they tell us we can go. We fit in here. He asked us, well, we gave him our passport and
Continue
driver's
for
license.
63 kilometers.
He asked us where we lived and said, sure, no problem. Then he went back and
Welcome
then he says,
to the United States of America.
why do you have an Ohio plate? So we had to explain that the car dealership titled it in the wrong state. But we have a house in Ohio, so it didn't matter. And that we were going to fix it when we got back. And then he asked us if we bought anything in Canada, and we said no. The wine we have, we bought in Alaska. He said that's no problem. And then surprisingly, he asked us if we had a firearm.
Yeah.
And we said yeah, and he said okay, good.
Yeah.
And we were cleared to come in. We stopped here along the Haines Highway. It looks like a good place to spend the evening. There's no camping signs. There are eagles out here way off in the distance on these mud flats, so it's pretty cool to watch. And this is where we're going to stay tonight. We are headed into Haines now from this nice little rest area to check out the eagles there. There's supposed to be eagles all along through here, and it has big signs as you come in, do not stop on the roadway. They must have instances of people just stopping like dead in the freeway.
Right.
And people fly through here. So that is a no-no. There's a hammer museum in Haines. We're only going to be in Haines for 2 days. And then we're going to take a ferry from Haines to Segway. We're at Haines Hitchup Post RV Park. We're a little early, so I'm not sure if we can check in yet, but I can give you a view. This is where you go to. Looks pretty nice, doesn't it?
It does look nice, yeah.
Give you a better view here in a minute. It's got a nice check-in building.
Dungeness nest crab for sale.
Well, that's cool.
$10 a crab.
Good morning.
Did you catch the crab or?
Oh goodness, no. I'm always here. How can I help you?
We have a reservation, but we're early, so we just didn't know if we could.
You
Check
can.
in.
It's $5 more to check in early because my husband has to. Actually, I still have to check with him to make sure that whatever site you're in, he doesn't have to mow that sort of thing. That's
Oh,
why
okay.
we have a check out at 11, check
Yeah.
in at 1 because.
It's up to you. You want to wait or go on?
I don't care.
We can pay $5 if it's available.
Okay.
Sure.
Yep. Well, what's the last name?
McCrae, M-C-R-A-E.
Yeah. Perfectly fine there. And just for the 2 nights, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you going to use the credit card?
So we're on lot 34.
4.
The people here are super nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. There's a lot of parking. There's 90 some lots. So this is our lot. They're full service. They have sewer, water, and electric,
Cable and Wi-Fi.
and cable and Wi-Fi. Then there's a garbage place over here. They open it up in the morning. I don't remember what time she said.
7:30 in the morning.
7:30 in the morning, and they lock it around 10 at night. And they do recycle. So they have the different containers that you're supposed to stick it in.
Hi. But this place is neat as a pin.
It is so neat,
Clean,
clean,
well maintained.
very nice.
So the Haines Hitchup Park is really nice campground. There's a car wash right across the street. But the owners here are from New Jersey
Originally?
and they come down. Well, they still are.
I think
They come down and just for the summer season and open it up and then go back home, I guess.
Yeah, it's May to end of September. We're going to go in town to Haines and just check it out real quick. But yeah, they were super nice.
And it's unusual to find a park like this with grass that is so neat and clean. Everything is just perfect.
Gift shop.
Furniture, yeah.
Alaska Sports Shop.
This must be a grocery store.
Market. It has clothes too. So I'm not sure what it is. There's a barber shop.
Packing company.
Brewery. Here for sale by owner. Oh yeah, it had a big. What this thing's called?
Open?
No, it wasn't open, but it had a huge vats in there.
He's washing his RV.
Out on the road.
Right there, yeah.
They're like this old fashioned. Obviously, this town wasn't wiped out during the hurricane.
Another supermarket.
Or tornado. Or whatever. This town obviously was not wiped out during the earthquake. We got hurricanes on our mind.
Souvenirs, clothing.
Or if they were, they rebuilt up on top of the hill.
We should have asked those people where to eat.
Well, we just wanted to check out what was down here.
Fresh fudge.
Coffee
Coors
house.
Light, pull tabs.
There's the Hammer Museum. Good thing we didn't come down here. That's where we were
Yeah.
going to go with the trailer. Oh, there was parking across the street. You could park there
Maybe.
if you needed to at the Hammer. Lighthouse Restaurant Harbor Bar. It's not
Needs
open
hard
right now.
cider.
Where's that at? Was it open?
Yeah, the tasting room. Lighthouse Harbor Bar.
There's also a campground right down here.
I like the
Harbor
ride.
Bar's not open yet.
I'm sure there's a guy behind me who wants me to get going. So we're at the Hammer Museum. We're at the Hammer Museum here in Haines. We're going to go in and see what it's like here.
Did you get a picture of the big hammer?
Where is it? No, I didn't. You know, there was a big hammer up there. There's a big hammer at the Hammer Museum. Just perspective.
There it is. Hammer down.
Big anvil. Yeah, hammer down.
Or the bike.
Bike made out of hammers.
Fiber.
We're open 10 to 5. All kinds of hammer. Even a book.
They did that during COVID.
The book?
Yeah, that's the whole museum. That's the swan song.
Huh.
He turned the place into a non-profit with a board of directors, which he sits on. And now I'm on his board.
Huh. Used to make compressed leaves to make books.
Well, they print them so that you've got pages, 2 and 3 and 86 and 89.
Yeah.
Right? So you got to fold them over and make them go into the.
Oh, okay. Is that what it's for? Okay. Compress the leaves of books. Okay, I see now. Sudanese.
Who used to say, "There's a pork chop in every can," and we've got a distillery. For a town of 2,200 people,
We couldn't
that's
find a
saying
restaurant that
something.
was open. Is there a restaurant?
Right down the bottom of the hill, straight down the
Oh,
bottom.
I didn't think it was open when we went past.
I think it's open.
Okay.
Asian gum
Should be
hammer.
open for lunch.
Okay.
Yeah,
So we ended up going to the bar there.
right around the corner.
Not right here.
Oh, okay.
What's it called?
The fog cutter.
Yeah, probably. We
Yeah.
ended up having. My aunt loves hammers.
Well, she
There's nothing wrong with that. Not in this
No.
house.
hammer would fix anything. It's for her.
Yeah, that's what she said. A hammer will fix anything.
art hammers. See how the head's screwed on?
Mm-hmm.
So he made it for the Mattel company, you know, that thing they use for kids for hammering. He suggested they make it like this because the head screws on, it can't come off. And they were not interested in the safety part of it. Handy Dan lost his hand, so he made a brace and a hammer on it. Went back to work. So Handy Dan could drive 10 nails in the time it took his coworkers to drive one. These are hammers to make sharpened drill bits. These hammers were made for making gravel. They're used by prison inmates for making gravel.
There's 2,300 hammers in here, and they have another 8,000 in storage.
1 knock waiting, no worry. 2 knocks, hurry up. 3 knocks is hurry up. Hurry, man, hurry. 4 knocks, don't bother. Wire wheel hammer. If all you have is a hammer, then all you need is a nail.
They got a order in for a new one of these.
What, a pole? A hammer? Big hammer?
Yep. It's a yellow cedar is what they got an order in for.
Pretty neat place.
Well, we really enjoyed our trip here to Haines, the Haines Hitchup campground. It was fantastic. Haines itself has a lot of buildings that are for sale, and it seems that there was one group of people that bought a bunch of the buildings, and now since the virus and stuff, they're selling them. So there was a lot of businesses that were closed, but the hammer place was definitely worth visiting, and we're so glad that we came here, and it is a great place to come for a day or two to go either seeing sightseeing, eagles, trips to glaciers, or to go to Segway, and that's where we are headed next. So thanks for watching this video. If you could, give us a like, a thumbs up, or it really helps the algorithm. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you know when the next video is coming out. We'll see you later. Have a great day.